I'm a fan of the Green Brigade. I like what they represent. I like what they bring to the club. I like the atmosphere that they bring to Celtic Park. There's no doubt about it. That little section of people over there in the corner bring a massive atmosphere to Celtic Park, especially in games where, the atmosphere may not be perfect, like Livingston at 3 o'clock on a Saturday, something like that, where people may not be up for shouting and singing and dancing. The Green Brigade bring that all the time, not just to Celtic Park, but also away from home. But I'm just thinking about how the games I was at in the 90s and stuff. And, it maybe wasn't as vocal as it is now with the Green Brigade, who constantly sing their hearts out, who make up new songs for the players and for everything else. But in the 90s, it's not exactly as if Parkhead was dead. You know, I do remember lots of singing, I remember lots of cheering, I remember lots of jumping around. Obviously, particularly in bigger games, Rangers or in Europe or whatever. But it's not as if there was no atmosphere inside Parkhead in the 90s. There absolutely was. But don't get me wrong, the Green Brigade do add something. So my hope for next year is that the Green Brigade and the Celtic board can just come to some sort of unwritten understanding where the Celtic board will just say, listen, behave yourselves, abide to our rules, and everything will be fine. You can sing your hearts out, you can do whatever you want, you can put your banners up as long as they're respectful. And I hope the Green Brigade keep their end of the bargain if they do come to some sort of agreement, because whenever the Green Brigade or any other Celtic supporters go down the road of overstepping the line, as in the rules of the game, right? Now, a lot of things that the Green Brigade do, or whoever, or what other ultras are out there, is very subjective. I'm talking about actually abiding to the laws of the game. If something isn't allowed, just don't do it, please. Because all it's going to do is bring Celtic into disrepute. It's going to, we'll end up in front of the SFA or in front of FIFA if it's in Europe or whatever. Get fined, get a slap in the wrists, or even worse. So last season, with all the rubbish that happened on and off the park, I'm begging the Green Brigade to actually just abide by the rules. It's your right to do whatever you want to do in certain aspects of the game. If you want to protest against something, do it in a manner where Celtic isn't going to get questioned for it, please. Because at the end of the day, the club is bigger than any individual. The club is bigger than any group. The club is the number one priority here. And getting dragged through the coals, and FIFA and SFA and all this stuff is no good for the club. It's no good for the future. It's no good for the respect that we need to get of other clubs, other teams, other people in Europe. But like I say, I'm a fan of the Green Brigade. I'm not sitting here slagging them. I just want them to abide by the rules. What they bring to the club is absolutely immense. Let's not take that away with silliness just because they want to be spoke about, because they want a bit of attention. Get the attention in the right ways. Sing your songs, create the atmosphere, bring the happiness, bring all the character back to Celtic that you've created over the years. Let's not go down the line of being ultras and want to fight against the board and fight against the establishment, right? Let's just focus on the team, focus on the players, try and get us over the line next year. Again, for another league title, hopefully another trophy or two, maybe even progress a wee bit further in Europe. But as Celtic keeps saying, as Martin O'Neill keeps saying, we need unity. This place is much better when we are united. Martin O'Neill even said that in the last day of the season. It's much better when everyone's together. It's special. It's unrivaled. There's no many clubs out there that could compete with Celtic for pride and passion and love for their club. So I'm literally begging the Green Brigade. I'm begging Celtic as well You know, don't treat these guys like they're martyrs to the club. Get along with each other, respect each other. Let's get the best out of each other. Let's get the best for the club. Let's get the best for the team. Because at the end of the day, that's all any is care about. Every single person in that boardroom, every single person in that Green Brigade, and every single person in the stadium, and every other single Celtic supporter around the world, the only thing we care about is the team and the team winning games and progressing every year. I've got a feeling next year might be quite special for Celtic, but we need everybody to be together. We need the club to back Martin O'Neill. We need the club to back the team, and we need the club to treat the supporters better. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. So anyway, that's me said my piece on it, guys. Please hit that subscribe button. Hail, hail.